I thought I'd take a break from playing Jade Empire to share some information about the game. It's sort of the redheaded stepchild of BioWare's heyday, stuck between KOTOR and Mass Effect and not getting the same critical or commercial success. That lack of attention to Jade Empire extends to its documentation. Information about the game's development is remarkably scarce for a game that came out within the last 10 years. Wikipedia is completely blank on the subject as of this recording, and most content aggregating sites are equally dark on the subject. So I decided to do a bit of digging to figure out what happened and why. I've ended up digging through a couple of old interviews, question and answer sessions, and even a G4 TV special to get this information. You heard me right. Jade Empire had its own TV special, and you can still find it in the Xbox Limited Edition. Or YouTube. Though, given that Psychonauts had its own special, and Terminator Salvation made an appearance in a special dedicated to the movie, I'd say that TV specials aren't guarantees of success. After the release of Knights of the Old Republic, BioWare seemed to have permission to immediately start making KOTOR 2. However, they'd already decided that now was the time to start focusing on new, homegrown properties. So, when KOTOR was released in 2003, Jade Empire had already been in development for almost 2 years. KOTOR 2 was handed off to Obsidian Entertainment, whom BioWare highly recommended given that many of their staff members had worked with them under the Black Isle Studios name. The idea of Jade Empire had been with the company since its founding back in 1995, but they held back from the project for multiple reasons. They wanted the company to gain more experience in game development and storytelling, and also felt like the technology wasn't there yet. But developing KOTOR for the Xbox made the company feel that it was finally time to make the game. BioWare developers ended up binging on wuxia films, old Chinese novels, and ancient Eastern mythology to help develop their first original setting. They had to strike a balance between the influences that gave Jade Empire its unique setting and Western audiences that were unfamiliar with their inspirations and might balk if they went too far. Given the reviews, I'd say that they actually succeeded on making the setting accessible. One of the things BioWare focused on most was choice and morality, and how a character's philosophical leanings made them more complex. I went into a bit of detail on this in Chapter 1, Part 2, but I'll go into greater detail after Chapter 2. Suffice to say, it's evident that BioWare at least tried to be different. While Jade Empire didn't receive the same kind of acclaim previous BioWare games did, it was still rated fairly high on the review scales, and the game is remembered fondly by most who played it. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like BioWare is going to make Jade Empire 2 anytime soon. They've been shooting down the idea for years, and while they have been receptive to coming back to it someday, Mass Effect ended up being a huge hit. Also, the Old Republic is still taking up a lot of their time and effort, and they just announced a new Dragon Age game. So it's unlikely a return to one of the most original settings in modern video gaming is in the cards. I hope any insight I've brought to the development process was enjoyable, and I also hope that you continue to enjoy this Let's Play of Jade Empire. Take care.